mamas, welcome back to a new episode to the Moms. We're your hosts, Amaris and Kathy. Happy Thursday. How is everyone doing today?
Hi guys, happy Thursday. Welcome back to the podcast. How is everyone doing? How are you doing?
I'm good. I feel like I guess we could do like a little bit of like a life update real quick.
Yeah.
But I am one of the room parents for my son's self-contained classroom. And I already have to do things for room parent. So I'm excited for that, but like also nervous because like it's something new. I need to get, adjusted to everything. But so far, like the duty that I have to do is send out this welcome letter to like everyone in the classroom saying like, hi, we're your room parents, yada, yada, yada. This is our contact information. But the part that's making me nervous is the fact that I'm asking for the parents in the classroom to make donations. So for all the parties we do, the teacher gifts, all that stuff. So I know it's going to be hard because like everyone has their kids in therapy and money is like, tight. So I'm curious on how I'm going to navigate this since,
You'll be fine.
Yeah, I hope so. So, I just want to do like a good thing. I don't want anyone to be like, wow, that room parent Amaris actually sucks. You know what I mean? So I'm very critical with my image. I want it to be like, oh my God, that room parent Amaris is amazing. I just want amazing things.
It's the mom that was like, I will never be a PTA.
I was like, I would never do that. Because I was like, I don't have time for that shit. But now I'm like, wait, I actually do now have time for this shit. So let me actually do this shit. Definitely won't be PTA in preschool because she's only going to be there for a couple of months. It doesn't even matter. Yeah, that's a little life update with me. So I'm kind of just busy with that. Busy with content creation. Like next week is a busy week next week. So we'll see how that goes. Well, next week is a bunch of appointments between Thane and I, and then I did apply for one campaign, so I'm like waiting to see if I get accepted to that. I feel like there's something else. Oh, and now Cyrilla's in ballet, so I take her to ballet class. So I feel like life is just lifing right now, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Way.
So I wanted to update you guys that my son is actually going to be going to preschool.
So exciting.
No, I just can't believe it. So I don't know how much I mentioned to you guys, but in our town, you have to pay for preschool. But there's one school that does a lottery program, just one school here in our town. I signed up for it, not thinking too much of it. It's like a very small amount of students that get in.
Oh, okay.
And he didn't get in, like when we got the letter or whatever. And I got a call this morning, from the secretary principal, and she's like, a spot just opened up, like a student pulled out. Do you want it? And I was like, I'm gonna have to call you back. Let me talk to my husband real quick. Like, I was just taken aback because at first I was like, almost sad. I don't know why. It was like a very, very. I was like, oh wait, yeah. Like I really spoke too soon. Like literally last night I was telling Blue, I was like, we need to put him in school or something. I was like, wow, that was fast. Like the universe really answered my prayer like that quickly. And I was like, wait, I don't know if I'm ready. But we spoke about it. He's like, I mean, this is such an amazing opportunity. And we're in such an amazing school district. Like we have to move forward with it. So he starts on the 1st of October. Oh my God, I'm freaking out. Like he's so excited. I can't even. Oh my God, it's the cutest thing. It's the cutest thing. Like we showed him a picture of the school he's going to, and he just keeps asking me all day, like, is it time to go to school? I'm wearing my watch. Is it almost time to go to school? I'm like, not yet, baby, in a couple weeks. And he's like, I want a backpack with my name on it. Oh. And I need clothes. And I'm like, oh okay. All right. So I think the next 2 weeks, what we're going to focus on is like the potty training.
Yeah. Does he have to be potty trained?
I don't know. I read through I'm waiting. I'm assuming they're gonna send me more information once we pay for the deposit. But I don't know. And I was on their website; it doesn't say anything about that. So I'm curious.
Yeah. Why don't you ask the moms in town? Like, anyone go here?
In like, the Facebook group?
Yeah, like, do they need to be potty trained or whatever? Yeah. He's definitely ready, because when he was over my house and I like watched him at that point, he was like, nothing. And I was like, oh yeah, he's going.
I think he'll be fine. Like, peeing. I think he'll be fine with that. Like, if we do pull-ups. Yeah. I don't think he's gonna go number one. He's only there for like 2 hours. Yeah,
he's not. Yeah. And they're so regular, and they're always like regular too. So if he's not going between those times, he's not gonna go to school.
Right.
That's so exciting. Are you actually gonna get him a backpack with his name on it? Because if you do, you gotta order it tonight.
I know. I gotta order it tonight, like ASAP. Yeah. So I'm looking. Yeah. Yeah. Probably gonna order it tonight.
That's so cute. I know some people go to, like, I think the Pottery Barn website.
They're on sale. So they're on sale? There. Like, crazy sale. Yeah.
You better go.
Pottery Barn is expensive, but I saw one today. I think it was like, I don't know, $20 or something.
Oh, that's not bad. That's pretty good. I was
like, oh, I need that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And the matching lunch lunchbox.
So cute.
Yes. You gotta start ordering everything.
Yeah. So I'll keep you posted. Like, once we pay our deposit, and they can send us more information, like, on what we have to do and all that. I'm clueless.
Right. Yeah.
No clue.
Oh, that's so exciting. Well, keep us posted, like you said. Moving along, we're going to talk about the documentary on Netflix, Unknown Number. Now, if you haven't seen it and you want to see it, you might want to, like, skip this episode, because we're going to be and there's also, like, a trigger warning into this, because, like, I knew about the documentary. I knew, like, who it was. I did not expect the text messages to say what it was.
Yeah, I don't think anyone
expected that. And, like, you kind of saw it, like, early on in the documentary, and I was like, the heck? So if you haven't seen it and you want to see it, this is your time to go. We'll see you next time.
Yes, I am glad that you watched it, because I know when people were talking about it on TikTok, I was like, oh, I need to watch it. So I actually watched it with Joelle and Blue. And I mentioned to you, you're like, what documentary? Like, I have social media, like, I don't know what's going on. And I think you had asked me, like, what is it about? But you know,
like, 5 times.
Spoil. I don't like to, because I knew, I was like, at some point she's gonna watch it. I'm not gonna say too much about it. You know, but it's crazy.
It's crazy. Like, I've saw, like, a lot of people making content about it. Like, I'm so glad, like, there's one thing's going on. They're like, I'm so glad my Hispanic mom, like, beat me with the chancla and belt instead of, like, cyber bully me. And I was like, dang, is it, like, that bad? Like, what did she do? So I knew it was the mom the whole time. And I told Abraham, like, oh my gosh, like, there's this trend going around, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to watch The Tudors. Let's watch this documentary. Like, I need to stay on. He saw with us, and as we're watching and we're, you know, reading, and as they're saying all these text messages, he's like, are you sure it's the mom? Because that's very inappropriate. And I was like, that's what people on the internet is saying. I don't know.
And well, at first it sucks because you already, like, knew. But as we're watching it, we really couldn't, like, guess. I know Joelle was like, I think it has to be a family, somebody, like, inside,
yeah,
because they mentioned at one point during Christmas, like, they took a picture, so it's somebody in the family. But I didn't expect it to be the mom, because why would she be sitting in an interview? Like, wouldn't your ass be in jail or something?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, who allowed you to be interviewed?
Exactly.
So that's why I was like, what's weird?
What's weird too is that, like, she was friends with the boyfriend's mom. Like, they were close, and they together are going to the school and going to the police, talking about, like, what's happening to my child and this and that. That's disturbing. Like, could you imagine having a friend like that? That's like the ultimate two-faced person.
Like, let's explain to the listeners a little bit about what it's about, because
we're like rambling on because it's
rambling on. So it takes place in
Michigan.
Mm-hmm. Small town.
Michigan.
Is it a high school or no?
It's high school.
But doesn't it go from like kindergarten to all the way up to 12?
Oh, the school, like yeah. I think they have like one school that goes from like K to like high school, 12th grade. The daughter, the victim in the show, ends up saying how there's like nothing to do in Michigan and this and that.
Yeah.
And I think it was like freshman year of high school. Her and her boyfriend, who I think they were together for like maybe a year. They're like knew each other for like years. Yeah. They were much into sports. They both equally get like this group text from like a random number, and I forgot what the text was, but ultimately like this texter knew who they both were, and what seemed to be the goal at first was to break them up. So they would send text messages like, oh, he was with me, he doesn't like you, he thinks you're this and you're that.
So very graphic, very inappropriate.
But then like towards like kind of the end of their relationship, because they did end up breaking up over this, towards the end of the before the end of their relationship, it got like very sexually pornography, like graphic, and I was just like, there's no way. Me knowing that it was already mom, like I'm like, there's no way that's a mom. Like me as a mom catfishing my daughter and my daughter's boyfriend, that's not what I would catfish. Well, I won't catfish them, but like to go to that extent of saying things like making it cream, I was like, what the actual
that's like the long story short, you guys. Like it ended up being the mom being cyberbullying them, but this took place for like a few years.
I think it started like in 2020, and then this whole documentary comes out like now 2025.
But it's crazy because when they were dating, like the parents were close, like the girl's parents and the boyfriend's parents, like they were close, like they would go to the games and stuff like that. But oddly enough, the girlfriend's mom, she was trying to be close with the boyfriend, like wanting to go to his games and stuff, like all the time, which I thought was kind of weird. But she did befriend the mom, and they became like very close. And they were trying to figure out who this cyber
person was.
When all along it was the freaking mom.
It was the girl's mom.
How?
I can imagine being like the friend and thinking, wow, this whole time this girl was like lying to my face, texting that to my son. I hope they're doing some sort of like lawsuit against that, because that's just wrong. Or who knows, maybe part for real, like therapy or something, because that's not normal. And then what gets weird too, after the kids like break up, he gets with someone else, and then his new girlfriend's mother is getting random texts pretty much trying to break them two up. So this girl from like a whole different town, it's not even the same town, a whole different town, broke it off with him and was like, nah, this is weird, like I'm scared, I'm uncomfortable.
It's like she had this obsession.
It's like she wanted to date the boyfriend. You can't convince me. Like, you're saying all these like sexual things, like thinking it's gonna turn on this kid, but it made this kid like back up.
No.
And then what I think was worse too, they were involving other students from their high school, questioning them, like, are you sure it's not you? Like,
that's so messed up.
That's messed up too. So now you're involving other kids and you're bringing
like why?
traumatizing things to them.
This whole investigation in the school, like what?
Like, that's time and money.
Yes. Like what? You didn't think you were gonna get caught?
I don't think she did. I don't think she did think she was gonna get caught. She was using like a fake phone from like an app or something. But what got me is that she was like in the tech world, like she kind of knew a little bit of like technology. Right. So like she probably didn't think she was going to get caught, but
and also at like the FBI level too.
Yeah, I don't think she thought the FBI would have been contacted, but like it was saying all these crazy things and it's happening for so many years. And then I think at some point, didn't she like tell her daughter to like unalive herself or something like that? Multiple times. Like
no.
Like that's weird. That's not a mother's love. That's not a mother's teaching. And I think at some point she said like, I did this because I wanted to protect my daughter and stuff like that. That's not protecting your daughter. That's traumatizing her.
And saying things, well, she was like coming to me and like I was like, you make no sense. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. It's like you know how there's like some moms that they don't let their boys like grow up and they're like, you need to cut the umbilical cord. It's like this scenario, but she took it to like
but worse. What's crazy when the mom was being interrogated, like she was like taking it like it's no big deal. She was like, well, like there's people that get arrested for DUIs and what else did she say? Like almost saying like it's not that bad, like what she did, basically. She was like, what makes me different? That's what she said. She said something along the lines of, what makes my crime so different than someone who has gotten like a DUI or committed theft or something like that? How could you compare that to, you know?
You gave trauma to a whole fucking town. That's the difference.
You told your kid to
multiple students interrogated, and this one poor girl that didn't like her daughter was getting heavily interrogated to the point they thought that she was lying. They had to go through her phones.
Yeah.
I can't imagine having to defend my daughter's like behavior because she has a past or whatever what the parent says. And for it to be like obviously not true, and then having to come out that it was the mom. Like, what's up with that?
Somebody's crying.
It's irrelevant. I'm trying to figure out why. She probably did something wrong. Anyways. So yeah, the whole documentary, I was just like, that's crazy.
I know. I was like thinking about it for days after. Like, wow, like what the hell? And this poor girl.
And this poor girl.
Like she just kept saying like, I love my mom, and like even when during the interrogation was happening and you know the police came and everything, and she's just like hugging her mom. She's just a young girl. Like she's probably so confused. Which I don't think she talks to her right now.
No, I think so. What ends up happening? The mom goes to jail for like a little bit of time. I don't know if her and her husband are together because the husband. Yo, Abraham. So I had passed out at a certain point because I was just really tired. I couldn't stay up. I had passed out the part where in the scene they show that they call the husband and the husband was like, what are you talking about? Like, yeah, he was so upset. So I think when he went home, he pretty much was like, if you don't tell the cops like what you did or blah blah blah, the cops are gonna come back and both you and I are going to be in trouble. I was like, that's exactly what a father should do to protect their daughter. Because
and he was like, you're the reason like we got evicted and this and that. You're telling me that you haven't had a job this entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she was lying about
everything because I think she was in charge of like all the finances, and like he was putting all of his trust into her. Then
so he was confused. He was like, wait a minute, like I thought that things were being paid on time. Like what's going on?
Like then it opened up a whole can of worms in their marriage, and then it was just like, oh my god. Oh, he's happy. That's my son being happy. Those are happy screams.
And then there was a part where they were like, weren't you concerned every time you would tell the daughter, like, to unalive herself? Like, you weren't worried that she would have done something? And she was like, no, like, she wouldn't have done anything. Like, how do you know that?
Right. How do you know that? And then let's say if she, like, did, would you have confessed that it was you, like, this whole time?
Yeah.
I can't. Okay, I can understand the point of doing something extreme to teach your child. Like, for instance, I know someone whose parents purposely gave them alcohol before going off to college just to see how their child would be. But it wasn't to the point that this child, I should say child, she was like 19. This 19-year-old, just to see how they behave. So they gave her like, I think 2 drinks just to see how she would be behave. And they monitor her, they took care of her, and they said, I think they told her that you shouldn't drink to this point because this is how you were acting. And she was like, I had no fucking clue. Excuse me. So, like, to me, that's like a teachable moment. That's like extreme. But this mom took it to like criminal offense. Criminal offense.
You need to still be in jail.
Yeah. You're like a threat to your town because you involved other people, which is insane. So I can understand doing a teachable moment, but like that's not teachable. A teachable moment is like natural consequences. If you do this can happen.
Yeah.
If you know.
Yeah, but but they weren't doing anything wrong. But even if they were, like you don't do that.
No, you don't. You don't. Because now what you taught your daughter is she can't trust anybody. Right. And like, God forbid, if she gets into a new relationship, you know, she might have trust issues with her new partner. She might have trust issues with herself.
She might have
insecurities when she gets married and, you know, becomes a mom, if that's her choice. All that trauma that she's probably kind of just like, oh, I still love my mom and this and that, that's going to come up when she's a mom. And I want to give that girl a hug because we all know it. When you become a mom and through motherhood journey, you have all these unhealed wounds just come out, and you have to learn how to navigate life with, you know, the inner child that you have to heal.
Especially with a daughter.
Especially with a daughter, all those unhealed inner childhood trauma comes down. You're like, oh snap! Like I gotta fix this.
Right.
And then, not to mention, she was also a coach, a basketball coach or softball coach.
Yeah. Like, this woman was involved. Like, she was, I don't understand. I just don't.
That's the part that's, like, crazy. It's like, how were you involved with the community? You were trusted to be, you know, coach of this team. It's like, damn, girl.
And it makes me wonder, too, like, she did this so well. She hit this so well, right? And she was in the tech world, like, like she must have done something like this.
She must have done something else, yeah.
Maybe not necessarily with her daughter or whatever, but she must have been involved or something with something. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. This I don't think this was like her first offense because it was a little too good. Very psychopath, you know?
Yeah.
Like, scary as shit.
Crazy. But yeah, that pissed me off. That was like one of the craziest documentaries I've seen in a while.
I'm trying to think, was it the craziest for me?
I mean, as far as like,
I guess as far as being like a parent, I mean, because you've seen scenes where like, you know, parents unalive their own child, which is like fucking awful. But this is pretty bad. It's pretty crazy. I'm trying to think. There was a thought I had in my head and I like totally forgot. I totally forgot. Oh, that's what I was going. It's something around parenthood. Like, I know that they don't teach you like how to be a parent, but I feel like morals and I don't know what's the word I'm looking for.
Decency? I don't know.
Decency, yeah. There's like certain things that you just can't do as a parent. And like, I understand there's no parenting manual and like what to do and what not to do, but at the same time, like
no one's perfect, but like at the end of the day, like there's certain things
that's just like a no.
No, as a not even as a parent, as a human being,
as human decency, like would like. Yeah. You shouldn't have done that as a parent. So I hate to
there's
say
no excuse. Like there's no excuse as far as like
I didn't know.
Illnesses, or I didn't know.
No one taught me how to be a mom. No one teaches anyone to be a mom. And maybe that's like the main issue. Maybe everyone in high school should take a parenting and life class to prepare us for the real world, to understand what makes a good parent versus what makes a criminal parent, you know? But at the same time, like, this isn't an excuse to be like, I didn't know, or this happened to me, and to protect them, to teach them I did this. Like, no, that's like no excuse.
Yeah, because I know at some point she was asked, like, you think all these things that you said to your child, like, are those things that stem from your childhood that were said to you? Mm-hmm. And I think she said, yeah, like, I know the anorexic part, and like a couple, not being pretty, I guess she had like insecurity issues growing up, and she was using that. But still, that's not that she was saying that as an excuse. Almost,
yeah, which is not an excuse. Yeah. I mean, we grew up in a Latin family. How many times have our parents probably called us ugly or fat or you're eating too much or this or that? Like, well, I get we're a whole different generation than she is, but like as a person, like we knew like that wasn't okay to say to us as a child. Why would we do that to our own child?
Exactly.
You know, like, does my son overeat? Fuck yeah, he like eats a little bit too much. But at the same time, it's like there are ways to be like, okay, we're gonna stop eating because we don't want our bellies to get hurt. We don't want to vomit, and you know, though, like there are other ways for teachable moments.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I don't have anything else to say. I do want to end the episode with, what is the craziest parenting lesson or advice you have ever heard?
Parenting lesson or advice I've ever heard?
Yeah. I want the listeners to like think of one thing and, you know, tell it to yourself or send us a DM.
I don't know. I can't think straight right now because I'm hungry. She said, yeah, no, like I don't know. Let me think. I mean, I'm sure there's been so many.
Oh yeah. I mean, I had one recently, but like it's not crazy. It's just tell your what I text you. How someone told me that their mom would drive them around and like that they would take their kids to like these rough neighborhoods, and they told their children, if you ever like lie on my name, like if you ever say things that I didn't do, this is where you're going to end up, because you have it great in this home. We show you so much love. You have everything. So if you ever lie on my name, this is where you're going to end up. Best believe I think I worked for them.
Honestly, I can't think of anything. The only thing I can think of is my own crazy tactics, like recently with like my little one not eating. Like I'll be like, I'm gonna call the police. I don't know. What you've done too.
Yeah, that's actually pretty funny. There's like a YouTube video where you can fake call a police officer. I was like, let me see if it works.
It got old.
It gets old with these strong-willed children.
You can't do it every time.
You can't do no. Then they'll be like, did you ever go to jail? And like, I did tell my daughter I went to jail when I was 7 years old. I made a whole fake ChatGPT image, and now she constantly wants to see me and hear the story. I made that story up. Yeah, I've never been to jail.
Yeah, but sometimes you take extreme measures. But like that kind of extreme.
Like I feel like that's an appropriate extreme
I'm sure
parenting.
Other parents can relate.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure people have done other things. Like there's so many parents out there like, hi, like they actually call the police officers. They're like, can someone like come to my house and this? Like you see it in shows. You see it like in America's Funniest Video. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna end this episode with don't be like this, mom. No, I'm kidding.
No, but really, don't.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you have a great weekend. By the time we'll come back next in like 2 weeks, it will be like officially fall. Officially fall.
Officially.
Can't wait for all the pumpkin picking and apple pie desserts. Yeah, I'm gonna end the podcast because I'm a ramble. Bye.
Bye.